Hello students, welcome to Prudential Business. So students, in our previous video lessons we have been discussing about the chapter corporate social responsibilities, right? So regarding the corporate social responsibilities, we have cleared the meaning of corporate social responsibilities. We have also discussed about reasons for which a business has to undertake corporate social responsibilities. Next, we have also discussed about the corporate social responsibility or the responsibility that a business should have towards its various stakeholders, like that of your employees, like that of your government, like that of your debtors, creditors. All those things as we have discussed in our previous video lessons, right? So today in this class we will be discussing another topic, that is business ethics. Okay. So corporate social responsibilities we have cleared in our previous video lessons. Now today in this video we will be discussing business ethics that are a part and parcel of corporate social responsibility. This is an indispensable together with corporate governance. Okay. So in today's video we will be trying to complete the entire topic of business ethics. Okay. Here you see, business ethics refers to contemporary organizational standards, principles, sets of values and norms that governs the actions and behavior of an individual in the business. Now you see, it refers, business ethics means what? It is totally a psychology, it is totally a mental attitude on the part of every individuals to govern that business. Okay, that is why these are contemporary to the organizational standards. Whatever standards does a particular organization has in producing goods and services or in commodities or in dealing with one another, whatever standards it has, business ethics is contemporary to that, it is related to that, or it can depend upon the principles, what are the fundamental attitude or the attitude of a person, okay, or in the sets of values and norms, the rules and regulations, okay, that governs the actions and behavior of the individuals. These rules and regulations actually regulates the individual's behavior, okay, and that ultimately makes the business to deal well with its stakeholders or its customers. Okay, so here you see, it refers to that contemporary organizational standards, principles, sets of values and norms, and this governs the behavior of the individuals. Okay, that means it modifies or it channelizes the attitude or mental structure of a particular individual working in the business, and it helps to the business. Together the individuals will be working together and it will make the business to make a better relationship with the stakeholders. So main objectives of business ethics are the business rules and regulations. Okay, so these are various business rules and regulations, various business standards. It will guide the attitude, it will guide the mentality of a particular individual working in the business, and this will help the business to maintain a good relationship with whatever stakeholders that it has got, be it your government, be it your suppliers, be it your debtors, creditors, employees, etc. Okay, next you see, these ethics, that means these business ethics originate from individual behavior, organizational statements, or from the legal system. Here you see, from where does this ethics comes from? This ethics comes from the individual behavior. That means how good a individual is, how good a person is. Okay, if a person obviously has to behave well whenever he works in a particular organization, whenever he starts dealing with customers, obviously he needs to behave well. So ethical standards will come from individual behaviors, the behavior that a person has, and organizational statements. The organization has got its own rules and regulations. Okay. Next you see, or from the legal system, whatever legal system, whatever business laws are there, any business laws relating to your employment laws, relating to your corporate laws, relating to your various provident fund laws, whatever corporate laws that it has, business ethics does originates from them. Okay, this is actually the origin, from where does the business ethics comes from. The meaning of business ethics we have discussed, that it is a mental attitude on the part of every individual that helps the business to make a better relationship with the stakeholders. Now that mental attitude usually comes from the individual, one's own behavior. If a person is good, if a person has the ability to deal well with the people, it can come from that. That is also a kind of business ethics. Or it can come from organizational own statements. the organization has got its own way of functioning, right? It can come from its own statement, or it can come from the legal system, that means the law. So many corporate laws are there. It can come from all those types of laws also. Okay, so that was about the business ethics. Next you see, now for a business, the ethical decision that can be expected are as follows. Now we have discussed about the meaning of business ethics, right? We have also discussed about from where does those business ethics comes from, right? Now let us see what can be expected, what can be the content of those business ethics. Okay, so these contents can be: number one, to provide the customer with a true information regarding their products. Whatever products they deal with, it is very necessary for a businessman to reveal and to disclose all the related information about their products. Okay. Next you see, allowing customers to make free choices without forcing or forcing them. This is an important part of every businesses whenever we deal with. Whenever we have to deal with our customers, we should deal with an open mind. We should let them choose whatever they want by revealing all details about their product or services. Okay. Next you see, providing products at reasonable price and maintaining a hygienic facility. Reasonable price, that is that actually the MRP, maximum retail price. Maximum retail price sets the deadline up to above which a business is not supposed to charge any money. Next, and maintaining a hygienic facility. So wherever their goods are stored, wherever our products are stored, the area or the store must be of hygiene in nature. Okay. Adopting the philosophy of marketing concept together with that of the societal concept to provide commodities at par the needs and the wants of the society without affecting any social norms. Here you see, adopting the philosophy of marketing concept together with the societal concept. Societal concept and marketing concept, these are actually the philosophies of marketing. Under marketing concept, a business will be producing those goods and services according to the needs and wants of the societies. Okay, now you say needs and wants. The necessities of the people will be their needs, and those necessities, when they are backed by the purchasing power, that will be the want. Okay, so a business is expected to produce goods and services to suit the needs and wants of the societies, and it should together be with the societal concept. This societal concept is also a philosophy. Okay, philosophy of marketing. Under marketing concept, as we have already said, that they will be producing goods and services according to the needs and wants of the society. But if the needs and wants of the society are something which is injurious to health and society, like that of your tobacco products, like that of your alcoholic products, then the societal concept will be against that. So the societal concept stresses that the business can satisfy the needs and wants of the society, but whatever the needs can be or whatever the wants can be, that must not be against the interest of any of the members of the society. Okay, so this is also an important content of the business ethics. Okay, now let's proceed further. Let us see, now we will be discussing about the elements of business ethics. Okay, so in our previous classes we have been discussing about business ethics, and we have also discussed about what should be expected on a part of a particular business to be their ethics. Okay, now we will be discussing about the elements of business ethics. Okay, what are the components that together comprises business ethics? Number one, here you see publication of goods. Now you see, we have discussed so many business ethics, but those ethics must be something which must be in a written form. Okay, that is the meaning of publication of the codes. That means publication of all the ethical measures. Now what can be the codes here? You see, these are just a summary, or it just say in short ethical measures that is expected in general from a particular business. Number one, fundamental honesty and adherence to law. Whatever employees will be there in their working in the organization, those employees must be honest towards each other. They must be honest towards all of their stakeholders, and adherence to the law. So adherence to the law, that means whatever the law of the land that can be, the business is expected to respect that laws. Okay. Next is the hygienic workplace. Hygienic, wherever their businesses stores their commodities, that place must be of something in hygiene in nature. that place must be free from all types of infectious elements. Okay, because those are the goods which the society is going to consume, and that should be consumed in such a way that should not be against their health. Okay, so the business is expected to maintain all those goods and services in such a way that those goods does not come into contact with any unhygienic elements or any infectious elements. Okay, next you see means of resolving conflicts of interest. Conflicts of interest, whenever in a society, it is inevitable. Okay, for a business it is inevitable to have certain conflicts of interest with the society in which they operate. Now conflicts of interest can happen, but how to resolve that? That should have got certain techniques of resolving these conflicts of interest. Okay, and a business is expected to publish it, or it is expected to mention whatever the techniques they has to acquire or whatever jurisdiction they has to approach for resolving these types of conflicts of interest. Okay, next you see hiring and terminating principles. That means hiring of employees and also terminating of employees. In what basis a particular employee can be hired, or on how an employee can be terminated. All those rules and regulations they also has to publish. Next you see fairness in selling and marketing marketing practices. Regarding this selling and marketing practices, we have discussed regarding the philosophies that a particular business has to adopt. That means a business has to produce those goods and services according to the necessities, and whenever the necessities is backed by the purchasing power of the society, then it is called the wants. Now whatever the needs and the wants of the society can be, that should not be against the interest of any of the elements of the or members of the society, and the business is expected to follow that accordingly. Okay, next you see financial reporting. This financial reporting is usually done on 31st of March every year. This is prepared through the financial statements. Okay, so whatever the financial reports are there, whatever the amounts of profits are there, whatever the amount they have sent to the depreciation account, or whatever the amounts they are expected to give dividends, or they are expected to give the share of their profits, all should be reported, including the amount of taxes. They should disclose it to the public at large. Okay, so that was about the first element of business ethics. Now second element here you see, establishing compliance mechanism for dealing with a sets of activities or transaction during the course of business. Now in point number 1, we have discussed certain codes. Okay, the codes that are expected to follow. Now if we just publish those codes without following them, it will be of no use. Okay, so it is necessary that the business should adopt compliance mechanism, so that each and every member of the business or the business as a whole follows those codes and or the rules and regulation that we have already discussed in point number 1. Okay, next you see measuring the results. Now those codes are being published, the compliance mechanism has also been established. Now it is necessary to measure the results. Results is what? Our results of the business ethics. The main objectives of business ethics is to maintain a good relationship with the stakeholders. Now by following those codes, are the society satisfied? In that case, we have to measure the result. If the society is not satisfied, then we have to remodify our codes, and then we have to maintain compliance mechanism accordingly with that of the codes, and then we have to measure our results again, because our primary objective is to satisfy the society. If the society is not satisfied, then we have to remodify the codes and we have to adopt the compliance mechanism accordingly. Okay, so those are about the elements of business ethics. In our next videos, we will be discussing about the differences between business ethics to that of business laws, and also the next element, that is the corporate governance. Thank you very much.